Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti, and if you don't know, I'm the face, the voice, and the hands behind all the content here under Infiniti Crafting Co. and more importantly, InfinityCraftingCompany.com. Welcome to channel chat 138. It is still August. I am still alive, and I'm back to do the last few days of Vlogust. I think everybody wanted a break, and interestingly enough, that last video just needed some space to cool off. So today's video is a lot happier than the last video, I promise, though the last video does still stand. So if you haven't seen that particular channel chat, I implore you, head back and check it out. I'll leave it linked at the end of the video if I can remember to do so. Alright, so there's a lot to catch up on. Of course, last week was my first week back to school. Yay! College semester in full swing, my last year. It's hitting home more than I thought it would. Every time I go into one of the classrooms, I'm like, dang, this is the last fall semester I'll ever be here. Unless I go back to grad school at some point. No way soon. But, so I've been enjoying that. I've already gotten into painting figures and stuff. I didn't expect to be doing figure painting this semester, so fun times. I've done figure drawing, and usually when I render the human figure, I like to use dry media. Not to say that I can't paint, but it's more hands-on. I can use my fingers to kind of blend stuff better than I feel like I can do with a brush. However, this rendering that I'm doing, it's a master copy. They have us do these little things called master copies from time to time where we'll find old historical paintings and try to recreate them in our style. So that's going swimmingly so far, but I've only worked on it for about 5 hours, so okay. So it's currently like 4:45 in the morning. I have to give my computer a day's notice on these things. So just up early, drinking coffee, living life. Let's see, I do have pots for the day. I took several snapshots of about 4 different pieces. Was it last week? I also got my Shark Week stickers in late last week. The mail person finally gave me my mail, so I'm going to be opening those today. The envelope is so cute. The envelope is so cute. There's a little shark on it, and I don't know if that's visible at this distance or not on this camera, but I love it. I don't want to turn it around because I don't want to dox myself, but so I'll be opening that. I've been kind of working on projects a little bit, but I've also been kind of a responsible student and doing my homework properly. So it's always a fun thing to tell people that I do business admin, because they don't expect it from an art student. And so I don't know, people ask you to hang out. It's like, oh no, I gotta do my accounting. You're what? So, yeah, so I've been enjoying that class. It's going by swimmingly also. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open this letter because I'm excited. I kind of don't want to break the stamp. It's a stamp. Okay. I broke it though. So yeah, for those of you who don't recall or haven't been around that long, I participated in Politically Incorrect Knitters Shark Week challenge this year. It was fun. I beat the shark first and foremost. So basically the deal was, if we didn't finish our declared project on time, we'd have to rip the whole thing back and start over, and I'm not about that life. So I crocheted very quickly and got my current water bottle holder done, and I'll find a picture of it because I took a lot of pictures of it because I knew once I started using it, that was going to be about it for it. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to talk about this card because I'm nerding out about it, right? So the front of this card, it is so cool. I don't know if you guys can tell. There might be a glare. It's a little glossy. But whoever manufactures these cards, they did printmaking on this. So I don't know if it was a linotype or if it was like one of the rubber stamps that they carved out themselves, but there's a process. It looks a lot like the rubber method. I'm not a printmaker, so I am just going off of what I know, but they had to sit back with these carving tools and actually carve out this design and then run it through the press a few times to get the layerings of different colors. And it is too cute. Of course, it's a shark that's just wilding out, but I can't help but nerd out when I notice little nerdy stuff like this. I absolutely love this. I'm going to put it up on my shelf of cards that I collect. And bonus points to Anne because she spelled my name right. Okay, fun fact. A lot of people spell my name like the number. Even if they see it written, they will write it out like the number, and I always end up having to tell people it's Infiniti like the car, not the number. And that seems silly, but I always do a little happy dance when people spell my name right off the bat, so I'm weird like that. Like, I don't get mad about it when people misspell it because they've done it my whole life. Funny story, they did it on my vital documents also, so that was fun to get fixed. But anyway, so the card says, thank you so much for joining us for Shark Week. I hope you had a great time and that you enjoy your stickers. And it's from Anne and I can't read. I know that says K. Okay, it's from Anne and Deplorable Knitter. So yeah, I did have a lot of fun with that. A lot of late nights and a lot of math going on in my brain trying to figure out how I wanted to make that come out. So I did. Thank you so much for this card. Now, I'm taking a picture of it and putting it on Instagram. Here lately on Instagram, I've just been putting up my pottery and my merch stuff. We'll get to one thing at a time. First, I'm going to show off these stickers because there's so many of them. Okay, first of all, I got this huge one, which I'm very happy about. I was very much in love with the whole Shark Week logo that got designed, and I wanted it on a shirt. So I am so glad that I have it on a sticker now. And I'm probably going to end up putting it on my laptop. Usually I wouldn't do that to my stuff, but my first semester back on campus, so this was like a couple years ago, I don't know what happened in my bag, in my laptop bag, but something scraped my laptop and it looked like somebody took a key to it. So I just started covering up with stickers. And so I'm excited to add this to the collection. It's big and beautiful enough for that. Okay, and then, oh my gosh, I got all these stickers. Oh my gosh, I got multiple stickers. Okay, and mine are coincidentally on top. I don't think that was on purpose, but they're on top with my logo on it. And then I got one from Politically Incorrect Knitters. And all of these, I think all of the people that have stickers in this pack have podcasts. So I'm going to try to kind of hunt around for their channels and maybe link them in the description box. So maybe you'll find some new to you knitters to watch. This one's from Murder Knits. I got Mystery Mouse Yarn Company here. I know I'm going to screw this up. I have no idea how to pronounce this lady's yarn shop, but I will link it down below. I've bought yarn from her before. I think it's it's Welsh. So, I'm going to have to go back and look that up. But I love her yarn. I actually have a couple cakes of it up there that I'm planning on making socks with. So I will get around to posting that in the description box. There is Naughty Knitwits, and then Sweet Mountain Crafts, the Knit Night podcast, I think with Liz. Fun podcast to tune into. I do quite often, but I lurk. You know, I should talk more, but I lurk. I'm sorry. There's Wise Owl Knits, and she is so nice. She also has a Rumble channel, so if you're on Rumble, you can check her out over there. I do know that. There's another sticker for me. Oh my gosh, I'm popular. There's Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. I have some yarns of hers on my list of things that I want to get at some point. And then I got Blocked Magazine sticker here. I think I might put this on my laptop also, if I have room for it. I don't like to overlap my stickers, so I don't know, I'm weird like that. Anyway, I got Texas Peach Knits. And I have two sisters and some yarn, and they are an absolute blast. Also, sorry I lurk you guys' chats. I just, you know, I like to listen to people talk while I stitch and unwind, so I end up doing that. But yeah, I'm saying it again for myself for when I go and edit this video to go back and find everybody's podcasts and link them in the description box below. So that's why it's, you know, good that I get up super early in the morning for these things. So yes, thank you Anne again for all these wonderful stickers. I will definitely be putting them to good use. Oh my gosh, there's another one of mine. So I will be putting these to good use, and I will be putting my card on display on my other shelf. Because I sometimes get very interesting cards either for my birthday or for like stuff like this, and I just like to put them up on a shelf. Not necessarily frame them, but this one has a special place in my heart. So I'm going to put it away so it doesn't get messed up. And there we go. Alright, so I feel like I've been working on a lot of things, but perhaps most of the things I've been working on have been online. So there's a lot of stuff that I've been doing online. Believe it or not. I know it's a real shocker. So with the website, I've been working on a couple different things with the website. So first and foremost, I've been working at building out the membership program. Like I said, I started that back in July, where I am uploading at least 2 of my patterns a month to a members only section of my website. And so that's been going well so far. I think I have about 6 of my patterns loaded up, which is really good. I've been making that progress. I only did a bonus pattern. There we go, pattern, words. I only did a bonus pattern, I think, in July. Yeah, because it's August. So, and that was the Shark Week version of the water bottle holder. So here's the thing. So I'm uploading my written patterns, right, on blogs, but I have several of my patterns I have gone back and added video tutorials to, and they are denoted in the titles of the patterns if you click on them on my website. But I've been making it my mission over the last year and a half to go through and do that because I think they're helpful. So I've been just uploading these directly to the blog so that people can find it all in one place, and you don't really have to worry about storage. You just have to sign into your members tier and head to the blog posts. I did mention that I wanted to mess around with adding a forum in there because I wanted everybody to kind of mingle and, you know, interact with each other and me, or ask questions and things like that. And I thought it would be a lot easier and a lot less congested for everybody to just do a forum so people can submit pictures and comments and stuff to forum. So I've been building that out. I have not published it yet, so it's not available, but I am working on it. And I am looking to have that up and functional for you guys about mid-September. Probably over the Labor Day weekend, I'm going to really be able to hash out a lot of the forum topics so you guys can have them for the patterns that are there. So right now I have it just divided up into general things like the rules and the introductions and something else. But then there's the pattern. The one of the patterns that's loaded up over there, so there's sections where you guys can comment under and stuff like that. And I'm going to add in a general discussion thing because I think that crafters like to just sit back and chatter, and so just to have a dedicated forum for that will be a lot less chaotic for future purposes. So I'm just trying to have a little bit of foresight right now before I put in these new elements to the program, but it is expanding. I'm growing it and it's fun, and I'm excited for that. That being said, I've decided what to do for September's projects for the most part. For September, I am going to be doing my Hold Me Tight shawl, which I feel like I had one out. I've made several over the years and I just have them kind of stocked. Let me see if I can find one. I actually don't know why I thought I'd have a hard time finding this. It's kind of hard to lose. But this is my Hold Me Tight shawl, and I designed this back in 2018? Yeah, 2018, because a new Fall Out Boy record had come out, and I was, again, waking up at 4:30 in the morning to make an 8:30 class across town, so the hustle's been real. So this will always have a special place in my heart, and I usually wear this with this orange stuff, so I'm just going to leave it on and chill. Of course you can make this bigger or smaller if you want it to, but I think that I just have a thing for wearing my stuff like a bandana or a triangle shawl, so I don't know if that even looks right. You know, we're just gonna rock with it. We are going to rock with it. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a video tutorial for the Hold Me Tight shawl, and I'm going to be doing the update for my Centro sock tutorial. So you guys, A lot of you guys know that I did that tutorial in a series of awesome tutorials back way back when. And since I did it, I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this heel and still be able to cater to the people that crochet in my community. So I did the knitted one first because I was being bombarded for like 8 months, and I finally put it out there. And that was like the second project that came out under Hey Craftpreneur, which is my member tier program. And so since then, right before I got sick the other week, I figured out how to crochet the heel, but it looks knitted. Maybe at this distance it'll be visible, but it looks knitted like the rest of the fabric, and it basically branches the fabric out, kind of like how it does when you hand knit the heel onto it. So it's about the same, but I think that overall it's a better fit and look and feel to the sock. So I look forward to showing that off. It's not hard. It looks complicated, but it's not that hard. So I'm excited about that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I got to figure out which color sock yarn I'm going to use for that tutorial and all that for visibility's sake, but that is something that I will be getting around to probably at the end of the month. So if that's something you're interested in, you can head over to my website. That's always linked in my description box anyway. So you'll be able to find that in my description box below. Head over there. It is $5.99 a month to sign up. You're supporting my content, and you're getting to learn all of my cool updated techniques and patterns and such. So that's been fun. I've also been integrating, some of you might know, I've been integrating my merch shop into my website, which is kind of old news, but I've recently added 3 of the designs that I think I put out back in February or something. And I'm just kind of rolling through and doing those in order because I have a bunch of other designs that I'd actually intended to release. However, I got fed up with the other company that I used for my merch. So I use a drop shipping place for my merch because certainly I am not going to keep stockpiling things in my house. I have limited space, limited resources, and so drop shipping is kind of one of those things that's just another like facet I could add to Infiniti Craft & Co, but also be able to make and design the things that I want. Long story short, I found another company and they have an integration with my website, so I was able to put that directly in there without having to branch out and start an Etsy shop or like whatever. So it's all right there in one place, so it nixes a lot of confusion, and I can go in and do different things with that. I haven't set up any promotions on the merch that's on my website right now because it is way cheaper than what's underneath this video. So that was my main plight with the original company that I was using, is that it looks like every month or every other month they keep price jacking and price jacking and price jacking, and they've been doing this for like the last year and a half. And right before actually I hit 10K, there was a metric where I had to have 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube in order to even put the merch shelf under my video. But right before I hit 10K, they took that out. YouTube was like, you don't have to do that anymore. You can now put your merch out there, which is great for smaller, like channels that are smaller than mine. But at the time I was just like, I said I was going to do it when I hit 10K, and that's what I meant. And so that's what I did. And there was a point to that. Dang, what was it? There was such a point to that. Let me see. I really don't know what that point was. I do know that I was talking about the pricing and how ridiculous it is. But and the only reason I knew that was because I was rewatching one of my videos, and I happened to scroll to look at the comments, and I saw the merch shelf, and one of my hoodies was like $63. So don't get me wrong, I think that people should pay for the artistry they want, but in the same token, I didn't feel right putting I didn't personally set that price. Usually my hoodies are more so like 35-ish, maybe 40 something at the most, unless it's like a premium item or something. But I saw that and I about lost it. I'm like, why? And so then like the day after that they sent an email talking about we're raising our prices, and I'm like, I can't expect people to want to like support my merch if you're going to be putting those price tags on that. So um the other the other company is a lot better. And then so the thing with that too is, right, little secret, little trade secret. So when people do merch or print on demand and stuff like that, the manufacturer gets probably 75-80% of that cut. You might be making $4 to $5 per item, which isn't awful because again, you're not stockpiling stuff in your house and like buying up a bunch of merch that nobody's buying, right? It's print on demand, so if somebody wants it, they buy it. It's printed especially for them, and then it's mailed out from them, so you don't have to deal with the shipping and all that personally. And which is what I like about that, because so much of what I do is so very hands-on, and sometimes delegation is okay. um, but I didn't feel right because it's like, okay, say $64 for a hoodie, right? I think maybe on that I'd be getting $8. And so if I'm gonna do that, why not go to a company that charges less, has the same quality item, and same brand item even, and they're charging me way less, and I can put my hoodie out for like 30, 35, something like that. Like, I'm still making the same amount of money off the hoodie, but it's like way more palatable for my audience, I think. So that being said, changes have been made. I've been loading up my designs onto my website, into the handmade shop. And I still, again, I feel comfortable still calling it the handmade shop because about 95% of everything on my website is handmade at this point. Like I said, integrating, so those things obviously aren't handmade or pressed by me. So nonetheless, it's all in one spot. It makes it a lot easier for people, and plus it gets kind of annoying, I think, to kind of bounce around. People have their link trees and all that, and especially as these different websites are like, oh, link in bio. That is probably the stupidest thing YouTube could have done for everybody, but you know, I digress. It gets kind of wild when you gotta hop around all these links, so I figured that if I could put all of my social media stuff, all of my shop stuff, all of my art stuff all in one spot, and people can just find it by clicking one link, that would be really great for me, because it's kind of hard to direct people and be like, hey, go check out my Instagram, go check out my Facebook. No, just go to my website, click one link, and be done. So that's the extent of that. In September I'll be rolling out more designs, so worry not, they're coming. My original plans for the year were to release the bulk of my designs over the summer, but like I said, I kind of stopped short of that once I saw the inflation hit, and then I was like, I'm not really getting the items that I want to put stuff out. And right now I'm keeping it kind of simple too. I'm just limiting it to tote bags, hoodies, tees, and mugs. So I'm putting my designs on mugs, and it might seem almost counterintuitive, but I thought about it. I'm like, now I will have these mugs with the fun logos and stuff on it. Y'all know I do pottery, so I will occasionally have the handmade mug, and that's actually my first project in ceramics for this semester, is a batch of mugs. So that's going to be interesting as they come out of the soda firing. I've never done a soda firing. I know that things come out shinier, more glossy in the soda firing because you're spraying basically baking soda on it while it's on fire. I'm not an arsonist, but there's a certain joy to incorporating fire in your artwork. So I look forward to that process, but there will be mugs. I probably won't be updating the shop until, I don't know. I don't know. It depends on when we do these firings. There's no set schedule for that. So leaves a little mystery up in the air for me, but nonetheless, it gives me time to sit down and take pictures and things and such and whatnots. That was not very profound, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't know what the second project I'm going to do is. I feel like I want to make vases for my second project because I did a bunch of weird little sketches. Like I said, I got emails, and I did weird little sketches based off of that one email that I got. And so everything's kind of up in the air, but I do want to make some quirkier, that's weird, quirkier things for the shop this go around, be more unique and whatnot. So I fully look forward to doing that. There's going to be like a series of 5 projects that I have to come up with, and it's kind of independent study. So I have a lot of free reign with that, which also brings me joy because I think I create better when I don't have a specific, hard line, when more of my imagination is at play, which, shocker, as the artist, that just works better for me. So I think I meant to get around to WIPs. I don't know how long I've been recording. I don't want to blap you guys' ears off. But I guess that's why you're here, why you tune into the vlogs. Some people have never tuned into these vlogs since they've subscribed, and so I could tell by the way the last video went that people were kind of scrambling, and it was interesting, to say the least. But I think that's my most viewed channel chat, and it astounds me just a little bit. I also got an order in the other day, so I think one of these videos, one of these channel chats, I'm going to show off how I package my pottery orders, because I think it'll be fun for people to see what they're getting. I use a lot of paper, and I also like to use those air cushions for my pottery, because, there's nothing quite like sitting up, making the thing, taking all the pictures for the thing, getting an order for the thing, sending it out, and then it shatters in the mail because the post office motto is literally yeet. And, having to, issue out apologies and refunds and stuff for that kind of thing. So I am very thorough in how I ship things, and even though I have a certain way I like to do my packaging for my handmade items, I can't quite do it as fancifully, as pretty as I'd like to. But I'd rather it be kind of ugly on the inside of the box, but your stuff is in one piece, than to make it pretty on the inside and you just end up with a bunch of shards of glass. But, people are typically good sports about that. So, anyway, future channel chat, not today, not the topic for today. I have been working on my WIPs. So this is the front panel. Oops, let's not tangle that. This is the front panel, or the beginning of it, for my Fresh Peaks sweater. And I know it doesn't look like much, and I know some people don't like the bunched up stitches on the needles, but it's coming along pretty good. I am very pleased with how this is coming out this second go around, which, when I did the first run of this pattern, it wasn't difficult, so to speak. So, this is working out just the same. My math is mathing, and I should have this done in no time. So definitely by the winter months. I'm thinking January I'll have all of that together and loaded onto the members program, and then or I'll get it done in December, because I did say early access is included in that. So I'll figure that out somewhere between December and the beginning of January, and then a couple weeks will roll by, and then I'll put out the pattern for the general public so they can get it from my shop, and it'll be a great time. I've also been working on that cardigan. So I'm calling that cardigan the April Showers cardigan. I got the idea for it back, way last year. And I sat on it because I'm like, okay, I don't have time to hash this out. I'm trying to finish the Breath of Autumn pocket shawl, and there was another one that I was in a mad dash to finish. It was probably the first version of that Fresh Peaks sweater, now that I think about it, because I think they were both chunky knits. But anyway, so I sat on it, and then I didn't really get cracking on that cardigan until May of this year. And I started taking pictures back then, and I don't think I've taken aesthetic pictures of these pieces since May. So it's just been about the stitching process for me. I have gone through a bunch of these cakes. My yarns, I bought them, I know better, but I bought them at separate times, so the dye lots are different. But I didn't realize how different they were until I had to add the new yarn in at the top of the back panel. And now that it's in my studio and in person, I can tell, okay, I can tell personally where that new dye lot started. The camera is a magical thing, because when I take pictures of it, it looks normal. But when I look at it with the naked eye, it is not normal. So anyway, I don't really have to worry about that because it's mine, and you know, if I wear it out, somebody that doesn't craft isn't gonna come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, why does it look like that? Like, like if you knit and crochet, you know, but if you don't, it's just a garment. So I'm excited to get through that. I both do and do not have hope for the sleeves because I only have 2 cakes left. I have one from the original dye lot and I have one from the new dye lot, because typically when I make stuff with multiple dye lots, I like to alternate the yarn. However, I thought that I was going to get this whole cardigan done with 3 skeins, and I don't know why. But you live and you learn. Yeah, so I'm working on the second panel of the front. I don't know why I took to doing garments and panels, but that's just how I roll. One day I said I might do something like a top-down thing, but I don't know if I want to knit it or crochet it. I don't know. There are so many choices. So many ideas will pop into my head, but I am learning to slowly not act on them. Just not act on them. Just write it down in the notebook of ideas, and someday future me will be bored and without a current project, and she will find one of these ideas and start it. So I'm just going to leave all those problems for future me. Okay, so I don't, again, know how long I've been rambling, but I will show you guys the pots that I have taken pictures of so far, and these will be up on the website after this video is over. So if you want to head over there tonight and check out listings in the shop, just a little FYI though, I say that, but they're really available before the video even begins. But you know, people aren't just lurking my website like that, so I just say it in the videos. So nonetheless, anyway, you guys might remember that I mentioned airbrushing some of my pots last go round, and I tested that out on a mug, and it came out like this. I hope that if I hold these back by my face, they won't blur out like they have been so far. But I made a mug, and despite the textured look of the handle, it's actually smooth, so don't worry about that. But it's kind of similar to Arabella. It's the same airbrushing and stuff. I kind of still want to go back and do airbrushing again, even though we're doing the soda firing. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I didn't really know how this was going to turn out. The only difference is the inside of an electric kiln, the environment is really stable. When it comes to soda firing and other pit fires and whatnots, that is very unstable ground. Like I said, a lot of open flame and living life, you know. So we'll see what turns out of that. I'm hopeful in a lot of ways, but when it comes to ceramics and natural firings, you just kind of go with it. Okay. These other 3 pieces are hands down my favorite pieces after Arabella. Oh my gosh. I haven't named them at this point, but they will have names by the time they go up on the website. I found the color combination that I did for these, and I was very gleeful about that. So this one I kind of showed off when I first promoted my August sale. That's still going on, 15% off. But I used this for the promo video, and it is the most gorgeous color combination I could have ever put together on accident. This got put in the wood kiln last semester, and you can tell again, she got caught in the flame at the bottom. The way it ran, I used ash glaze. I wasn't supposed to because my pieces were so short. However, I am a rebel and I do what I want. So I just barely dipped the rims of some of these pieces in that ash, and some of them I had like a little dropper thing that you use for babies when their noses get stopped up. We have those in the studio, and so I kind of put them on the inside rim of some of these pieces, and that's what caused a lot of that running effect. This is what I wanted, and I think I want to get a lot of this out of this firing from the soda ash kiln So I'll see if that glaze is still out and available to experiment with. But yeah, this, it's so charming. I love it so much. And so I had about 3 pieces that I used that combo on. One of them is a yarn bowl. And man, that Rutile blue, just, it was amazing. And I can see where this got a little thick, but I can appreciate that because it kind of helped with the dripping in the kiln. A lot of that dripping is on the inside, which I was thankful for because I was tired of drilling through these pieces. Oh my gosh, that was like the longest process ever when it came to refining things. I have a third piece that was also touched by the flame at the bottom, but I don't want to dump my crochet hooks out of that. I didn't take my props out after I did my photo shoot of this, but I guess I'll take it out now. So a lot of that running happened on the inside of this piece as well. So yeah, these were some really good results. These are not the last of the pieces that I'll be putting in the shop for this go round. I think I have a few more, and then I have about 5 pieces that I'll put out in January because they are heart themed, and I just, you know, I don't really feel like posting up the hearts right now. So that's gonna go out in February, or at the beginning of January or something like that. So they'll be shipped out in time for people who are doing like Valentine's gifts or something, or if you just want a heart bowl, they'll be out in January-ish of next year. But alright, I think that's all I had for today. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting back with me and hearing me ramble today and catching up. There's been a lot, and then there's been very little at the same time, but I think that I am making good progress on stuff, so I'm just going to be nice to myself today. If you haven't subscribed already, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, hit that follow button. If you're on Rumble, you know, head over to my website, sign up for the newsletter if you don't sign up for Hey Craftpreneur, because I do have a monthly newsletter, though I have been somewhat segmenting those and putting them out in public posts because it's kind of rough. But nonetheless, sign up for the newsletter so I can be more in depth and just get in contact with you, because you might find something or be interested in something in the future that I am doing behind the scenes, and you won't know about it till you sign up for that newsletter. Alright, yeah, so that was it. Thanks for hanging out with me. See y'all next time. Till then, happy making. This video is brought to you by my supporters on Ko-fi. Thank you so much. Your donations help drive the creativity behind all the content under Infiniti Crafting Co.